What's up, everybody? This is Mood Hacker, and today we'll be talking about designer benzos or benzo analogs. When I say designer benzo, I'm referring to a class of drugs that are made illicitly, such as mephedrone or bath salts. Just like there are designer stimulants and designer psychedelics, there are designer benzos, benzodiazepines as well. These benzodiazepine analogs are legal in most states. A few states that regard them as a Schedule I substance are Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, South Carolina, and Virginia. Georgia regards it as a Schedule IV. So if you don't live in any of these states, it is legal to buy and possess these drugs. Etizolam is a benzodiazepine that is remarkably similar in effect to Xanax or alprazolam, and it's only almost exclusively sold by India, where it is a prescription benzodiazepine called Itizest or Itilam. Because it's not scheduled in most states, you can order it from these pharmaceutical companies in India. One of the most popular websites used to order it from India is Itizolab. And I'll include that link in the description. Note that because it's being shipped from India, it will take a few weeks or maybe even longer for it to get to you. But this is the most similar drug on this list to Xanax. Next one is phenazepam, and this one is very dangerous. It comes from Russia, where it's used medicinally. But because it is so potent and takes a while to kick in, and it comes in powder form oftentimes, where you have to measure the milligram range, which is very difficult without a very high scale. You can end up blacking out for sometimes a week. So it's not one that I would recommend if you're looking for one of these benzo analogs. The next one is a more popular one that is sold here in the United States domestically, is clonazepam, which is an analog of clonazepam, which has a stronger effect in the brain because it has a triazalo ring. Usually when you buy this here domestically, it comes in a solution of polyethylene glycol or alcohol, and you need to be very careful with this one as well because you can overdose on such a small amount, 250 micrograms. That's a fourth of a milligram. You're pretty much guaranteed to black out if you take more than that, unless you have a very high benzodiazepine tolerance. The next one is flubromazepam and flubromazolam, which is just a triazolo ring on flubromazepam. This is regarded as one of the more euphoric benzodiazepines, and it is abused for that reason. The next one is flualprazolam, which is an analog of alprazolam or Xanax, and I've been told that the effects are actually nothing like Xanax, even though they're so chemically similar. The next one is diclazepam, which is an analog of diazepam or Valium, and this is probably the most unpopular one, even though you would think, oh, it's like Valium, it's gotta be good. The effects are pretty bad, and if anything cause dysphoria, and it's just not popular for that reason. Those are the most popular of the benzo analogs, designer benzos, but a few of the more uncommon ones are clonazepam and pyrazolam. The biggest online dealer of these analogs, domestic RCs, was actually the owner of the operation was arrested and charged with buying bulk unapproved drugs from overseas and misbranding of drugs. And he's actually facing up to 5 years in prison for this, and obviously his website's gone. However, there are still others who sell these domestically. One would include absolutechems.com and toppeptides.com, but you can get it in powder form or in a larger quantity if you overseas order it. If I had to recommend which one is the best, I would say it's etizolam, followed by clonazepam, and then fluorobrazolam. But like I said, you need to be very careful with these. They're extremely potent, and they can be even further abused, the ones that are diluted into a solution and injected, which is very dangerous. These are not sterile solutions, and I would not recommend injecting this. I am not being sponsored by these websites that sell these compounds. I'm just providing information. And I would not say that any of these benzo analogs are better than brand name benzos, with the exception of etizolam. I think that's better than Ativan, for example. But this was just a short video to provide some information on designer benzos, what they are, how you can get them, and that's it. See you guys.